We continue our good news program now with a song of thankfulness. Today marks the conclusion of Thanksgiving week, and people in many parts of the country are gathered in their homes in joyous mood, thankful they are Americans. In honor of the day, our young baritone Frank Travis sings The Hills of Home. Frank?
My prairie home is beautiful, but oh, I miss the broken skyline that I know. I look in vain for rivers and for lakes, but over all my heart at sunset aches for hills of home, the hills of home. Everlasting hills, how firm they stand, their mighty summits brace the Titan band, uplifting haughty foreheads to the blast, when Indian summer's golden glow is past. Oh, hills of home, the hills of I know them, love them, see them once again. Their cloudy summits veiled in misty rain, or softly, dimly blue, or capped with snow. I'm homesick for you, mountains that I know. The hills of home, the hills of home. Oh, hills, the hills of
Fine, Frank, fine. We are happy now to present Fay Wray in a dramatic sketch entitled Love in an Attic, which was adapted for the radio by Robert Riley Crutcher from Charles Devine's one-act play. The scene is an attic in Greenwich Village. The room itself shrieks of dilapidated poverty, while the furniture suggests prosperity. It is the home of Alan Downs, played by Gale Gordon, and his wife Ruth, played by Miss Wray. They've been married a month.
I'll answer it, dear.
Hi, Alan.
Shh. Dick, I told you not to come here. Can't you idiots run a simple furniture factory while I'm on my honeymoon?
I had to see for myself if you were really living in this attic. What happened to your apartment?
Well, Ruth doesn't know anything about that yet. I haven't been able to get up nerve enough to tell her the truth. You see, she's a very romantic person. The only reason she married me is because, well, she thinks I'm a poet.
You...
Oh, shut up. Anyway, what's so funny about that? I am, in a way. Every now and then I catch myself looking at a tree and saying, gee, isn't that pretty? Trouble is, I told her I was a starving poet. That was the mistake. That was a big mistake. She wants to starve with me. She's crazy about the idea.
But you had all this furniture sent over from the factory.
A gift from Aunt Sophie. Aunt Sophie used to send us groceries and stuff, too. But now I'm out of cash and I don't dare go near a bank. Say, wait. How much money do you have?
Until you sign some checks at the factory, 50 cents.
Who is it, Alan?
Just a man here trying to raise money. Give it to me, quick.
Who is it for?
The hungry orphans, ma'am.
Alan, surely you can spare a dime.
Oh, I'd like to, dear. I'd like to, but all I have is this 50-cent piece.
We know what it is to be hungry ourselves, don't we?
I'll say.
That's why we must help those less fortunate. Here you are. Take it all.
But
ma'am, the orphans will never forget this.
Neither will I.
Alan.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but after all, 50 cents. My stomach's so empty it's beginning to digest itself. Now, let's be practical.
Oh, darling, let's not be practical. Let's be excitingly, thrillingly impractical. I married a romantic poet, not a dull businessman. We live on words, not food.
Yeah.
I'm in love with the inspired artist who used to meet me in front of the public library, and as he rushed out to greet me, beautiful phrases poured from his lips. He didn't propose to me at lunch between inventory and a director's meeting, but at a simple picnic in the glorious country.
I had indigestion. Gee. Remember when I used to get indigestion?
Then as we strolled off down the road, suddenly a surge of poetry escaped you. Break, break, break on thy cold gray stones.
We were passing the chain gang.
Now, you mustn't let me keep you from your work. Here's your typewriter and here's your paper. All you have to do is write poetry.
Ruth, I know where I can get a good job in a furniture factory.
How ridiculous. Give up writing for business.
Well, if I worked hard, I'd bet they'd make me president right away. It's just that I want to make a lot of money for you. You deserve a beautiful apartment with lovely furniture.
But why? We already have all these lovely things. Which reminds me, I ought to call on her.
Who?
Your Aunt Sophie.
No, you can't do that. She's kind of sick. I have a feeling she may even be dead.
Well, then I'd better go this afternoon. I have to thank her for the furniture and the flowers and my new dress and that great big box of cigars she sent you. Where does she live?
She moved.
She must have some address.
No, she doesn't. She bought a trailer.
Oh.
Yes, she's scooting all over the country. Yes, now she's up in Maine somewhere, communing with nature. But about this furniture job, now just think of it. A real home. Of course, it would take me a while to get used to a full-size bathtub. I've been bathing on the Bias for so long. But you see, I could never sell enough poetry to afford it.
I don't care whether you sell your poetry or not. Just as long as we struggle forward, as all great artists have struggled. I'd rather live with you in an attic than with a millionaire in a mansion. Mansions are deadly things anyway. You're the slave of your servants. But in this attic, you're master of your domain.
I'm bound to be. Nobody else can squeeze in.
No. Alan, how can you say that? A poet's world is as wide as the earth. Love in an attic. Could anything be more perfect? This is real living, the most thrilling kind of romance. Artists all around us, everything gay and happy. There's music in the air. Listen. You can actually hear the strumming of a Spanish guitar.
Dear, I tell you, that's me. I'm hungry.
Honestly, love is all that matters, isn't it?
Well, I hope you'll always think so.
I shall.
Ruth, it'll be better if I tell you now.
Now, don't talk. I just want you near me. Sit at my feet. That's it. And look out the window. We can't see any park. We have no ocean, no mountains. Only the backs of houses. But as a poet, let your great imagination run. Isn't it a beautiful view?
Some of the most exquisite washing I've ever seen.
Well, you joke about it, but I'm happy. Put your head on my lap. Oh, I've never been happier than this moment. You sitting here at my feet. What does it make you think of?
Well, the floor's sort of cold.
Remember what I was reading to you last night? Tennyson's Knights of the Round Table.
Round tables. You see, even he was interested in furniture. Now, if you let me
but
take...
better get back to your writing.
Later.
Now.
No, I don't feel like writing.
Alan, you must work. I'd never forgive myself if I thought your marrying me had...
Had what?
Well, I don't know just how to say it. Cramped your style. I might as well confess. I can't help feeling that since we've been married, your poetry is suffering.
I know. Some of it seems to be in positive agony.
Now look at these papers I found in the wastebasket after you've been writing all day. There's nothing on them.
Blank verse.
You've only written one line in the past 2 weeks. Here it is. Oh, I'm a happy daffodil.
Yeah. Now, about that furniture job.
Well, why didn't you finish it?
Well, I wasn't sure just what a daffodil was. Maybe I should have been a ranuncular.
No, I don't think that's funny. Alan, what's wrong? What's happened? Is it my fault? Don't be afraid to tell me. If I can't inspire you anymore, I'd better leave.
Oh, no. Where's some paper? I'll write. I swear I will.